watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Good morning, Kimberly Perot here, and welcome to Good Morning Vail. This is your Sunday morning edition of our show, and boy, is it an exciting one. We had a conversation with local artist and Westin employee about their brand new art installation displayed within the Hotel Plus, the Vail Valley Soccer Club. They have a tournament this weekend, and I'm in the kitchen showing you a viral chicken waffle with Caesar salad recipe. All of that and more, so let's get started.
So many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Hey, it's your boy, Nephew Tommy, your host for an all-new season of Black College Quiz, where the nation's best and brightest display their knowledge of Black history and culture while competing for prizes and scholarships. So get ready to see HBCU Nation take the academic field. Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Yeah, man.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you" on 92? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on Mountain Perspectives and our expanded Spanish programming block. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website, tv8vail.com.
Welcome to Hiring America, the television program that helps veterans find jobs and transition back into civilian life. Hi everyone, I'm Gigi Stone Woods. I'm truly honored to host this vital program. Reach out to the opportunities you see on this program by logging onto our website, hiringamerica.net, and by following us on social networking sites such as Twitter. We'll keep that information available throughout the broadcast and on our website 24/7. Now, let's get down to business.
The Westin Riverfront is one of our innovative hotels here in the Valley, but they're also home to local artists. One of their employees has a brand new art installation on display. Let's take a look at that conversation.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, I'm very excited because, as you know, we learn things every day. And I have my friend I almost said left, it's a Friday, to my right. Nicholas is a sculpturist, which I did know, but we will tell you more about that in a minute. And Brian, the GM, General Manager of the Westin. Now, Nick, you're a sculpturist, and I knew you were an artist, but I did not know that you are the one that created the brilliant sculpture outside of the Westin. That's exciting.
Yes, yeah, I'm very excited about it. Just went up.
That is so brilliant because I'm going to kind of call you out. I'm going to make you embarrassed a little bit. I was like, what? I'm so proud of you. And he's like, I'm the least interesting thing about the sculpture, but it is stunning. It is
Thank you
so
so much,
gorgeous.
yeah.
And at the Westin, obviously being the general manager is a huge honor and a big deal, and you do a brilliant job, if I don't say so myself. What are you feeling about this sculpture?
This has been an absolutely amazing experience. Nick and I sat down, 2 years ago, two and a half years ago, and really hatched this plan on a cocktail napkin. We were talking one night, and we had an opportunity to find a sculpture that fit well in the front drive, and Nick had an idea, and we sketched it out, and he sent me pictures along the way over the past couple years. And
Annoyingly all the time. I was texting him like
6 a.m.
Yeah, 6 a.m. Like, what's up? Good morning, Brian.
That's how I am. You just get inspired and you're excited, and he's like,
It was really
Nick
his fault,
again.
though. Yeah. He sat at the bar, and we just started drawing things up, and I went home that night. And then
you were ready.
Just bothered him for 2 years.
I love that. Well, let me ask you this. So it's the Royal Elk, is that correct?
Yeah, I pulled the name from, they call lions king of the jungle, right?
Right.
So I wouldn't really say like mountain lion or king of the forest in Colorado.
Right.
Someone can argue that. But I always found elk were the kings of the forest.
And elks are such a huge part of our community, and that's what we're always taking pictures of. And Colorado, you think of that.
Yeah, they're kind of the symbol. To me, the symbol of the Rockies. So.
I dig this. Okay, so now that I have you both on the couch, I want to hear about the bar napkin situation. How did this evolve? What was the first concept, and how did you kind of get into this and create the Royal Elk?
Yeah, look, I mean, if you want to blame anybody, Brian, it's totally Brian. I'm just an easily excitable person.
Right?
That's really what it is.
It's good to live like that
You
in
give
this
me an
lifetime.
idea, and I'll just
You'll
run
just
with
flow
it.
with it, yeah.
I mean, we talked about like our love of the outdoors,
Right.
hunting, horses, fishing, things like that.
Okay.
I'm a terrible fisherman, but
Same.
I talk about it.
And
though.
I'll be honest with you, let's be real. The Westin is such a class act, and it's so beautiful. I don't know if a big old fish in the front would really do it justice.
Sure,
Let's be honest. I mean,
that's
no
a
hate to
good point.
fishing and fishermen, but just saying, and women.
Big fish can be terrifying for some people. Good for others.
I mean, really, they can be. So, yes, walk me through how this happened.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, I'm just a really excitable person. I was looking to do kind of like a new monolithic. I grew up near here, and I really wanted to give some tribute to not only my hometown but the Rockies.
I love that.
The Westin's always been really supportive of extracurricular activities of their staff and everything.
Yes.
So it's been really cool. I mean, I couldn't have done it honestly without so many people just like motivating me and
Supporting
harassing
you.
me.
Harassing you.
Yeah, and it was good. People
More
were like, "Is
harassment.
it done yet? Is it done?" And I'm like, "Oh God."
You're like, it's coming along, I swear.
I promised. It's hard to promise on something you don't really know the outcome on. So.
Right.
But as soon as I felt good about it,
it was time.
Yeah, Brian came over, and like I said, I'd been giving him pictures of when it was a skeletal kind of image
Wow.
and a structure all the way up until
the creation.
Yep.
That is so brilliant. That is. And what did you think, Brian, when you first saw the finished project?
Oh, unbelievable.
Yeah.
We'd been searching for quite some time, again, to find something that was unique to the property, that really lived up to our mission of sustainability and really our sense of place.
And we should say that too.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you
Yeah.
off, but that is such a huge passion and the passion project for the Westin. And that's something I love I love the Westin period, obviously, but something I do really appreciate and love about you guys is you do have that passion for Mother Earth and
We
keeping
live and breathe
things-
it.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I had searched around for bronze sculptures in a number of different places around Colorado and never found something that I thought was truly unique to our our property. And then when Nick hatched his plan, I was on board and watched it come from the ground up, and it's just been unbelievable.
Well, and one thing I will say too that's so neat about the West End, it is so local love based, because that is somewhere where this one knows I love to hang out and I love going, and like, you know, it's, you see the local love there and you feel it, and it's fun and it's unique and it's a different kind of hotel. And also when you think of the West End, at least for me, I think of nature, because that view is just, I get like goosebumps. It's stunning. It's gorgeous. It really is. And so to see, like, you see animals too around, and it's just earth, and I love it. So that's such a brilliant combination.
Well, the property really captures the river, and I have,
Yes.
you know, a lot around the valley. There's a lot of people that have missed opportunities to really use that environment.
It's true. No, that is so amazing. So it was 2 years in the making.
Yes, yeah. It was about a year of idea and gathering. I use a lot of reclaimed steel, and
I love that.
Yeah, I'm kind of a hoarder in that regard. At least my wife will say that about me.
That's why yes, I could totally. I was waiting for you to say that. I was just waiting for that.
Metal,
moment.
though I try to keep it limited to certain things. But yeah, collecting things and drawing it out, and then framing it. You know, a lot of anatomical research to make sure I can get the animal looking correct.
That's so neat.
I'm kind of a, you know, as an obsessive person, it became a wonderful project for me to just dive into. And
that is, I mean, is your family so impressed by? I mean, this is no small feat to say, oh, I have a sculpture outside of the West End, a world-renowned hotel in Vail. I mean, you know, in Avon, but like I call every, you know, this whole area. It's a big deal. That's huge.
It was great. My dad too. Throughout the process, he would come in and do anatomy checks and lean over my shoulder, and I'd be like, "What are you doing, Dad?" And he was kind of this voice over me. So my family had a little bit of quite a big involvement. In
I love that.
And a lot of support too. So I'm really grateful.
I'm sure you've had guests and staff alike come up and just be in awe.
Yeah, awe-inspired. Yeah, absolutely.
And you know what I'm excited for? I'm going to be, oh, here we go, right there. So gorgeous. I can't, like, you did that.
That's us putting the head on, actually. That was a
great day.
That was one of the hardest parts of the piece. But
wow,
you know.
It is massive. That is so brilliant. I'm waiting for the moment. I really mean that. It is gorgeous. Cheers. I'm waiting for the moment that deer and elk, you know this is going to happen, are going to come by it.
Come
and
check
people
it out.
are going to have these awesome photo moments. And you know your girl is going to be right on it with Instagram. You know that.
Of course.
That's what I'm hoping for, you know.
That is so amazing. And so I wanted to ask you, so the West End obviously is world-renowned, amazing, and you guys have so much going on all the time. Are there some really cool things? Because I want everyone to check out, locals and non-locals alike, to come by and check out your amazing artwork, the sculpture. What's going on in the West End this summer?
So this summer we have live music in both the lobby bar where Nick's at. You'll find him there most nights, and on Stoke and Rye patio. We have another FAC coming up in a series that we're doing this summer. That's August 9th.
Awesome.
Yep. And then, of course, we have our ongoing activations at the Spa Anjali and Athletic Club.
Oh, my gosh. There is no shortage of fun things to do. I swear. You guys are on it.
We try.
I love that so much. And so is this sculpture going to be to stay?
This is to stay. Yep. This is.
How neat.
It's a beautiful experience.
I just I think as human beings to take this, we're taking it deep this morning. Good morning, Vail. We all want to leave our mark, right? And like we all really want to do something that makes people proud and makes us, most importantly, feel good about ourselves. How neat is that?
It's amazing. You know, a part of what sculpture is to me is like enhancing an environment. And I think, you know, like if you walk by things that are monolithic and hanging over you, and it causes, you know, and when I was building this, I got on my knees and crouched a lot to have the viewpoint of a child, right? Because that's what you experience when you're looking up. And so I'd like to, you know, be a part of that. It's a great experience for me.
That is insanely beautiful. And I love that you said that it's supposed to add, it's not take away, because I think that's huge.
It's not a distraction. It's supposed to, like, you know, enhance. And, you know, a big thing too with the way it's positioned too is when I've encountered animals in the woods is they just kind of turn towards you.
I noticed that.
I'm not a big fan of like rearing bears growling and things like that. Like, you know, it's a little bit.
Do you get a little nervous when you fly out of DIA?
I mean, I have my own affinity for that one just because it's so different. But you know, I don't. Really, you know, you don't really see. I wanted to represent the action of the animal. It's not leaping over a fence. It's not.
Totally.
It's not.
It's like as if you really were coming upon the West End, and it just kind of
You're just encountering each other and witnessing.
That is so brilliant. Well, For people that don't know, and I don't know how you wouldn't know, I was just about to say where the Westin is located. Could you kind of tell us where it's located?
Yeah, it's right off of Riverfront Lane, right along the river, and right downtown Avon, core of Avon.
And I have to give a little bit of a shout out because I've eaten there, I've had coffee there, I've had cocktails, I've had NA drinks there, I've done it all there. So I really can say that it is such a brilliant space, and the people that you hire are amazing. Just really good, kind, fun people. I have friends that go in just to see you guys. Like just to say hey and what up, you know? So it's pretty awesome.
That's our main goal.
Yeah, we love to support the passions of all of our team members, and this is a great way to do it.
And look how stunning your property is. I'm like, you own the Westin now. That's how you're like, I am the general manager, Gretchen. But thank you.
That's the kingdom, man.
Yeah, that's right.
I love this so much. Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank
And
you,
I really want everyone to head on over to the Westin for all the fun this summer, and also to see your beautiful sculpture and to bug you. Say what up, you know.
Absolutely.
Oh, one last question. For a schedule of events, can people go online?
They can.
Okay.
Yeah, they can go online. They can also check our social media pages, and we have everything listed on those.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much, and congratulations to you both.
Thank you so much.
I'm very excited. And keep it right here. We have more of the show to come.
Good morning,
late.
Vail.
Next up, we've got a special duo from two of the best voices in the bluegrass and country genres.
We know you're going to love this one from Melanie Cannon and Willie Nelson. Here's Back to Earth.
And the songs our love created, I still sing. And every night we make the rafters ring.
Descubre Conecta en Vivo, tu fuente de programación en español las 24 horas del día, los 7 días de la semana. Desde recetas deliciosas hasta la información más reciente, Conecta en Vivo es una transmisión digital que tiene todo lo que necesitas para mantenerte conectado con la comunidad regional de Vail y Park City. Disfruta en cualquier dispositivo con conexión a internet visitando tv8vail.com o parkcity.tv. Conecta en Vivo, tu ventana a la programación en español en cualquier momento y en cualquier lugar.
Take the first game every one of us played in the schoolyard. Turn up the degree of difficulty to maximum, and then let loose some of the fastest and most agile athletes in the world to go one-on-one in what you have is the most extreme pursuit contest you've ever known. It's intense, it's addictive, and there's only one rule. Don't get caught.
Oh my gosh. If you haven't seen World Chase Tag before, here's how it works.
2 teams of up to 6 athletes compete in a series of one-on-one chases. Each chase lasts up to 20 seconds and has 1 chaser and 1 evader.
Opportunities for points on the board! Oh!
Whoever wins the duel stays on as the evader, and teams get 1 point for each evasion they make.
And it looks like the opening point for this contest.
It's the best of 16 chases to win the match, with a sudden death chase-off required to break any ties. It's win or go home from now on. Don't miss it.
Join us on the famous Leadville Railroad. This historic train ride takes you on an unforgettable trip through the heart of the Rockies for an afternoon of adventure, relaxation, and sightseeing. Our scenic train rides are a perfect place to bring families closer together while immersing them in the natural beauty and rich history of this picturesque region. Enjoy the spectacular Colorado scenery. Even meet the engineer. Make memories that will last a lifetime. Tickets available at leadvillerailroad.com.
This is Necklace. This easy-to-use, non-surgical alternative improves the appearance of sagging skin around your neck and jawline. Made from medical-grade tape, Necklace lasts up to 10 hours, giving you a firmer, smoother look all day long.
This is the one that works.
Starting on one side, peel off to expose adhesive and affix it beneath your earlobe. Stretch the strip around the back of your neck until it reaches the other side. Remove the white backing from the other end of the strip and attach under the other earlobe. Go ahead and take your hair down.
Wow, look at that! Necklace really is the one that works. Women everywhere are thrilled with the results.
Necklace is my time machine, and I'm loving life again.
Necklace is way better than surgery. It's cheaper and it's easier.
Oh wow, took like 6 years off in here.
Well, I like it. It's like a mini facelift.
Oh, it totally works.
Think I need a box or two.
Use the on-screen QR code or visit sagnomore.com to order now. We even give you a money-back guarantee. Try Necklace today.
Good morning, Vail.
I'm sure you're aware, but I'm a big fan of following all of the food trends that are circulating the internet. We tried the chicken waffle with Caesar salad sandwich. Let's take a look. It's my favorite time in the show where I am in the kitchen trying out all kinds of new recipes and sharing my favorites. Now, you may have heard of chicken and waffles. I certainly have because I grew up in the South, but we're going to try something different. It's a viral TikTok recipe that I've seen, a chicken waffle Caesar salad. What in the world is that, you might ask? Well, I wondered the same thing, so we're giving it a shot. We already started working on our waffles, so we're gonna make it into a sandwich. So I'm making 2 mini waffles. It's about the size of an Eggo. I have one already going in the kitchen here. As you can see, it looks great. We've already kind of got it started, and I'll tell you all of the ingredients to put into our chicken waffle. We're just gonna set that over here. I've got Caesar salad mix. This is if you want an easy hack, or if you're feeling extra creative, you can make your own dressing, make your own Caesar salad, grab the romaine, roughly chop it. But we're gonna go for the sake of ease. We've got the Caesar salad mix already prepared at the grocery store. I'm gonna just set this right over here. Parmesan cheese, you can never have too much Parmesan cheese. Now I know that Caesar salad kit probably already comes with its own Parmesan cheese, but you never know. We're gonna always add more to it. You can even add it into the chicken mix if you want to, but we're gonna stay fresh. And then bacon, we want the bacon. Give me all of the bacon. That saltiness, it's just great. Now to make our waffle, we've got about 1 cup and 1/4 cup of shredded chicken. So you can buy it already pre-made. What we did is we took a rotisserie chicken and shredded it up, and then, or you can just cook yours at your own house, whether you are just baking some chicken and shredding it later, or you can buy it at the store. We've got 1 whole egg, plus paprika, we've got salt and garlic powder. So this is going to be a very simple recipe. We're gonna go ahead and get started to make our chicken waffle batter. So I'm gonna crack my egg. I like to make sure that I crack it on a hard surface away from my mixture, just so that I do not crack the shell into it. So I just cracked it on a flat surface. We're opening it up right there. Now I know the egg gets a little bit messy at times, but that's okay. You have paper towels and a towel to wipe your hands on, just like this, right? So we threw our egg in there, and then we're gonna take about 1/2 teaspoon of all of our spices. So we're gonna do about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And you know, if you're like me, most of the time you just wing it. But for measurement purposes and to make sure that I am sharing my secrets with you all, just gonna put that salt right in there. I used pink Himalayan sea salt, but you can use really any salt that you want to. Now paprika, you wanna make sure that you do just about 1/2 of a teaspoon of the paprika. Just dump it in there. Now you want to be careful to get regular paprika. If you have smoked paprika, that's fine. It just gives a little bit of a different flavor palette than what you would probably be used to in a traditional chicken Caesar salad. And then we've got 1/2 teaspoon of the garlic powder. In my opinion, you can never go wrong with too much garlic powder. Once we've done all of that with all of our spices, we're just going to take my fork, my handy dandy fork right here, just mix it all up. Make sure that you're breaking in that egg yolk. You're just gonna mix it all together. And what I love about this recipe is that the paprika gives the waffle a nice, like crisp, like orangey golden hue. So it also adds that to the chicken. Now, egg, you may wonder, you know, the chicken's already cooked. Why are we cooking it again? The egg is a really great binding agent for all things. So we could try to shred the chicken and put it on the waffle maker. It's not gonna stick together. That's why we've got the egg here. And the more shredded it is, the easier it is to manipulate. But we've got a rough shred here from the rotisserie chicken, straight from the grocery store. So this is about the extent of the cooking you're gonna do on this recipe. You can make your own bacon. We made our own bacon here, but you can also, another easy hack, just buy the bacon bits that are already made in the salad section at your local grocery store. So it's looking good. Everything is coated. We've got our garlic powder, our salt, the paprika, the egg, all binded around our chicken. And now we've had our little handy dandy waffle maker. I like to name him Bob. Bob has been heating up. He is ready to go. He is ready for us to grace him with our chicken presence. We're going to go ahead and get started there. So Bob is nice and hot. You want to make sure it's hot before you put this chicken mixture on it. And then I'm just going to take as much as I can. You know, you're going to smush it down a bit, so feel free to put as much chicken on it as you want to. If you are a macro counter, or are kind of tracking what you eat on a daily basis, this is approximately 150 grams of shredded chicken. So that definitely helps if you're tracking those calories and those macros. This should give you about 2 waffles here. So we're gonna go ahead and get one started, and then I'll start working on that sandwich layer. Now be careful when you are shredding your chicken, you wanna make sure you don't get any bones. We did get a little piece of a bone there from that rotisserie chicken, and it's not gonna be very delicious if you were to bite into that. I'm just gonna layer that up. You can make it nice and pretty if you want to. You can already hear the sizzling of the egg and the chicken on our waffle maker. You know, it's time we start using things differently than their original intended purpose. You know, waffles can be used in any form or capacity. And I don't know about you, but I am constantly searching the internet for low-carb versions of things that I love. Well, this isn't necessarily what I would have anticipated to replace a traditional waffle, but I can tell you it's looking pretty good to me. So once our waffle is cooking, we're just gonna let it get nice and crisp. And as you can see on this one, it's a nice and crisp golden outside. The orange color comes from that paprika that we've added into it. So what we're gonna do here, we can do open face sandwiches, or if you want to, you can just smash it together and turn it into a waffle sandwich, which is obviously very delicious. We've got our chicken going. Now what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna actually take some of our bacon and we're just gonna do a rough chop of it and dice it up. Now you wanna get it as crispy as possible, and it's okay if it's not. It's just not gonna give that same extra crunch that you might be looking for. We are avoiding the croutons in this recipe, and that's what the bacon typically would give that crunch in a normal Caesar salad. If you really want to be low carb, you can do like a turkey bacon. You can eliminate the bacon. You can look for a low calorie version of the Caesar salad or the Caesar dressing as well. And that really just helps kind of keep it very high protein, low carb, low sugar, and delicious. You know, Parmesan is one of my favorites. I can hear the waffle maker sizzling. You know it's working. You know it is crisping up. It's going to be delicious. I don't know, I'm a big bacon girl, so I love that this recipe calls for that extra salt. And you know, if you are using regular bacon, because there is that saltiness in the bacon, you may want to go a little bit less in the salt in the chicken mixture. It's really up to you what kind of flavor profile you're looking for. Personally, I don't mind having salt, especially, you know, here in the mountains. There is a lot of hiking, you're sweating, you're not drinking enough water, you need those electrolytes to really fuel your body as you're continuing through the process. So chicken's sounding good, it's looking good. I'm just doing a little rough chop of this bacon here. You can chop it up a little bit more if you want to, but as you can see, I'm just going straight for these little, I'm just cutting it horizontally. I'll probably do a quick little rough chop, but it doesn't need to be very small. You just kind of chop it up just like that. Looking great. And then as always, you can always rip it up. Again, the crispier your bacon is, the easier it will be to cut it. As you can see, the bacon's looking great. So we're just gonna put this chopped bacon back on the plate. While we do that, I'm gonna taste some of this bacon. Tastes like delicious, salty, and sweetness. Reminds me of breakfast. Now, we're looking at our chicken or waffle here. You can see it's crisping up a little bit, but what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna push down on this just to make sure that it's getting every single aspect and all the outer edges of this chicken waffle that we're making. You can hear the sizzling, so you know it's working. Now, here's a fun trick. I like things that are easy, that are in better bite sizes. So when I've got my bag of lettuce here and my Caesar salad mix. Now, it's a rough chop, just like this. You can kind of see the pieces are a little bit bigger. I personally am probably going to go ahead and dice it up a little bit further, just so that we can really make sure that when you're biting into it, you're not losing the whole salad out of your mouth like it typically happens when the lettuce pieces are too big. So we've got our diced bacon just like this. We've got all of the fixings of our salad kit here. Just going to put it straight on our platform. Yes, we've already diced up the bacon, but you're adding the bacon into it anyways. So we're just gonna go ahead and pull out the lettuce, listening to that chicken waffle cook. Now I'm gonna just do a rough chop I'm not going to chop it up a ton because it's already pretty ripped up. As you can see, we're just going to gather it together and just do a quick. And you really want to make sure that you have a nice sharp knife if possible. Usually knife injuries happen in the kitchen when your knife is dull, and so you want to make sure that it's always sharp as possible. Looking good. We're just going to do a little bit more of a rough chop here, just like this. I love the smell of crisp lettuce, like the bottom parts of the romaine or like an iceberg lettuce. To me, that it just smells like summertime, ready for a cookout, ready to have a delicious Caesar salad or what have you. And I can smell the freshness and the aroma of this lettuce. It smells just like hydration and nutrition and outside, and it just, I'm dreaming. It's going to be great. All right, so we've got our lettuce roughly chopped. This one's looking good. We're going to leave it for another minute or two, just a little bit longer, to cut those outside edges. Now what we're going to do is assemble the sandwich. We've got our first part. You can make it an open face sandwich if you want to, but we're going to take that rough chopped lettuce, just put a little bit on it here, just like that. Now, if you have a big old waffle maker, that's always good, but I like these little mini bite sizes because it just reminds me of like Lego My Eggo as I was growing up as a kid. Now, we've got all of our dressing fixings here. Again, you can buy it all separately, or you can get it into your Caesar salad bag mix. I'm going to open it up, make sure it doesn't go flying everywhere. It comes with its own salt and pepper packets. We may use that, but we've already put some salt and pepper into it. And then you're going to just take some scissors, and we're going to do a light drizzle of the Caesar dressing. So I'm just going to take my scissors, and you can rip it. Usually there's like a little spot to rip it, but I like to just take just a tiny bit off the corner so that I can control the drizzle and make sure that it's going exactly where I want it to go. All right, we've got that here. We're going to drizzle the dressing over it just like that. It's okay if it gets a little bit messy, because messy is good. To me, a sandwich is supposed to be messy. You take a big juicy bite into it and it's going to be delicious. We'll put a little bit of our bacon on top of it. So again, if you're like, well, what about the protein? The protein is the waffle. We already made the chicken. We are golden there. A little bit of that protein there. And then I like freshly grated Parmesan. Now I know that this salad dressing mix comes with it, but I prefer to get one separately no matter what. We're going to go ahead and put some of this freshly grated Parmesan on here, just like that. Now, if you wanted to be fancy, you could always layer the Parmesan into the chicken mix as you're making the waffle. All right, we're just going to sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Looking good, and hope that our next waffle is ready for us to bite into. It's looking pretty darn good. I think we're going to go ahead and take it out. Now, it looks great to me. As you can see, there's your open face sandwich if you wanted to leave it just like that. We'll put this dressing just right here. I'm going to go ahead and grab a fresh, clean fork because our other fork already has all of the egg mixture all over it, so we don't want to use that. Fresh, clean fork to pull this waffle out of the mix. Oh, I can see the steam coming off it. It looks great. We're just going to pop this on the top just like that. I'm going to flip it over because I'm going to cut it. This is going to be the fun part. We're going to watch me bite into this live on air. We'll see how that turns out. Oh, it looks great. I can hear the crunch of the lettuce when I cut it. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to bite into it. As you can see, pure protein, no carbs, a delicious Caesar salad chicken sandwich. We've got the chicken waffle, the bacon, the Parmesan, the Caesar dressing, and the lettuce. I have to say, I took too big of a bite for the television, but TikTok, I think you're onto something. Can't wait to try more of these fun recipes with you here in the kitchen.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Flash.
I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Mitch English, welcoming you to
Mitch English and Andrea Jackson have co-hosted together for over a decade. And now, only on Daily Flash, they serve up a fast, fun, fresh perspective on the day's trending news and entertainment. Daily Flash offers the latest in pop news, celebrity gossip, fashion, health, wellness, and even some unscripted, irreverent, who knows what's next fun. Daily Flash with Mitch English and Andrea Jackson. Trending news and entertainment.
Hi, I'm Ben Belgrad, and I'm the owner of Drinking Vessels here at Bat Country Studios in Minturn. And I've been in the Valley for 7 years. I moved to the Valley because a friend helped me to get my vision off the ground, building my glass studio here, and being so close to snowboarding. So here at the studio, we're acting as a broker for 50 to 100 artists from around the country. We also offer glassblowing classes, and we bring many artists from around the country here to be able to work and create art collaboratively and be so close to skiing and all the activities we have here in the Valley. Here at Drinking Vessels, we specialize in handmade glass drinkware from artists around the country and around the world. Some of these are produced as more of an item you could get in sets and kind of get different color options as time goes on. And some of these are completely one of a kind and really high-end art that's unlike anything people have seen before. While I'm an artist myself here at the studio, I'm representing between 50 and 100 other artists from around the country. And most of these artists are able to spend most of their time working on their art while we help handle their marketing and their sales and the distribution and representation, allowing them more time to focus on their art. That's really my privilege in running this business, is creating that support and providing that platform for this big group of artists that are part of a movement that's very important to me.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
Good morning, Vail.
Athletic is the name of our game here in the Valley, and the Vail Valley Soccer Club has a tournament this weekend. Let's see all of the things that they'll be doing and how to watch.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. We have so many wonderful nonprofits here in our community, and we really have one to kind of fulfill everyone. Well, the Vail Valley Soccer Club does just that, and I'm joined by Carrie Thielen. Good morning, Carrie.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm wonderful this morning. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
You have some exciting things taking place at the Vail Valley Soccer Club.
Absolutely. This month alone, we have the Fred Ammer. It's the 53rd tournament in Vail. It's an adult tournament for both men and women. We just expanded it 2 years ago to women as well. So that's exciting. That happens on the 19th. You still can register teams. And so that's 11v11. And then we also have a second tournament in October, which is a youth tournament that has about 162 teams that came last year. So that's about I think we raised over $3 million for the community.
Wow.
Yeah. So we use fields from Vail all the way to Gypsum. It's a big deal.
That's
yeah.
incredibly impressive.
Yeah.
And what a great and fun way to raise money for our community. Because
Absolutely.
that way everyone's involved, everyone's kind of taking part in it, and then you can just come and be a spectator for all the fun.
Absolutely. It's a great commerce for the community, but in addition to that, it's our largest fundraiser for the club, which is really great because we have 1/3 of our membership is on scholarship, and so this is a great way for us to be able to make soccer affordable for everyone. We have a policy of not turning anyone away for an inability to pay.
Which I think is so important because sometimes people forget how expensive the mountains can be. And when you have all of these activities and events that you want to participate in, some of them can get away from you. And so to be able to give kids the chance to play soccer here in our community, which is a very impressive soccer community, it's really important.
Yeah, we have as you know, we have an incredibly athletic community and kids who want to do a variety of all sports, and we try to accommodate the multi-sport athlete as best as we can. But soccer is an international sport, and it's, the language, everyone understands it. And so we're really excited to be a part of that and watch our program grow. This was our 30th year, which was really exciting. So we're doing good things, and we're really happy to be a part of the community.
Now, for people who don't know about the Vail Valley Soccer Club, can you give us a brief overview of all of the different services that
Absolutely.
you offer?
So we are a competitive travel program. So our travel programs start as early as U9, sometimes U8, and all the way up to U19, which so basically travel means we can travel pretty much anywhere in the state. So down to Denver, as far as Montrose, and then we offer programming for 3 to 6-year-olds as well. They do not travel, that's just training, but we have something for everyone, both boys and girls. And then the adult tournament, we just took that over. We work with Vail Rec on that one, so now we're working with adults as well.
Which I think is so powerful just because you're offering such a great resource. I have little brothers, and one of them from the age, I swear, of 6 to 12 years old every day was like, soccer is my life. And now he's like, well, I really like mountain biking, but for a while I was like, that he's in. This is it. Soccer is his life.
Absolutely. We run 2 seasons, so we start in August and go through the end of October, sometimes a week into November, and then we pick up again in March and then finish at the end of May. So we work nicely with other sports. Skiing and hockey falls nicely in the middle, so kids are able to do both, which is great, and then mountain biking, just like you said. But yeah, it's a great, we have about 400 kids in our membership.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a big program.
And if people want to get involved, maybe they're not super into playing the soccer, maybe their kids aren't, but maybe they have a passion for it that they have carried throughout their entire life. They've got volunteer opportunities and donation opportunities with you.
Absolutely. So one of our greatest needs right now is referees, and that's true for our sport and all sports throughout the country. So we run trainings up here, but they run year round throughout Colorado. But we need referees, and the great thing is not only are you giving back to the sport and our community by refereeing, you also get paid. So it's a great first job for kids. You can start at 14. High schoolers, it's a great little side hustle. Particularly our sport, which is nice, falls in off season, so it's fall and spring. So a lot of times when ski instructors and other positions have ended, you can move nicely into a position where you're able to give back and make a little extra money. So that's one of our greatest needs. In addition, we're always, we're a nonprofit, we're always accepting donations. As I stated before, we have a very large scholarship financial aid program, and we really believe that every child and every player should have an opportunity to play regardless of financial background.
Which I think is so important because, like we were talking about earlier, sometimes it can be a little tricky to navigate the costs of doing anything in this community, and especially as we're seeing inflation really take place here in our community. And so what a wonderful opportunity you are giving people to play the sport.
Absolutely. We're proud. We're really proud of our program, and what's great about it is our kids give back. You've probably seen them. They sell raffle tickets that they kind of hit the streets in the spring, but they also give back by refereeing as well. And we also offer 2 college scholarships for our seniors, which is really exciting. We have more kids than ever going to play in college, which is really exciting. So the program has really grown, and we have kids playing from club in college all the way to D1. So
Wow.
it's really exciting. They're doing great things.
They are doing great things, and it starts here with our local community and our wonderful nonprofits that really make a difference. Now, if people are looking to get their children involved, now that they've heard all of this great information, what's the registration process like?
So we have programs where you can just sign up, like particularly for the younger kids, and you can go to our website to find out more information on that. As far as our tryouts, we hold tryouts in November for the high school boys, and then in spring, in May, and June for basically all of our other teams. So U11 or all the way to high school girls. But if you miss tryouts, there's still a way to get involved. Just reach out. You can reach me directly at director@vailsoccer.com or go to our website. Our information, our phone number is on the site. But there's always, we have rolling admission because we're a community where people move all the time. So we support that, and there's always room on teams to support players being added. So basically just reach out to us and we'll help you with the process.
Now let's go back really briefly to the tournaments that you have coming up, as registration is still open. So if someone has a league soccer team that they played on, that they had a ton of fun on, and they want to participate in the tournament, that's still a possibility.
So particularly with the Fred Ammer, that registration is closing in the next couple days. So we have a ton of adult programming, and so if you have an adult team, there is no limit to the roster size, which helps us old folks. And then we have a men's division and a women's division. So reach out to us and we can help you get signed up. It's a super fun tournament. Stiegel is a sponsor as well as the town of Vail. So everyone gets some fun drink coupons, and there's restaurant specials. It's a really fun adult weekend. And then the youth tournament happens in October, and that's a sanctioned tournament as well. So it's particularly for club teams. So club teams from around the state and even surrounding states come. We have currently Wyoming. We've had a ton of Utah and other states join us too. So it's a fun showcase tournament now.
And it's just fun to go and spectate and be part of any of our nonprofits here in the community.
Absolutely.
Carrie, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us, and thank you for the hard work you do for our community. You make a difference in so many kids' lives, and that's so incredible.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Make sure you check out the Vail Valley Soccer Club, and that way you could maybe donate or participate in some of the fun. If you have one of those kiddos at home who's starting to love soccer, well, then this is a great resource here in our community, and they'll go with you from the start to the end with your college career. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Join host Madison Brown as she visits with guests ranging from country star Toby Keith to magician Tommy Wynn. He explores the kitchen from cake decorating to cooking Hawaiian style, all while exploring unique locations across the country. Check your local listings and tune in.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
One of the longest-running syndicated television series is back, America's Black Forum, a weekly series highlighting the latest in our lifestyles, business, entertainment, and finance. We introduce you to entrepreneurs who are making their mark in the business world and leaders who are fighting for change.
Welcome to America's Black Forum.
To Tune in each week to know what's happening in our world today on America's Black Forum.
Join us on the famous Leadville Railroad. This historic train ride takes you on an unforgettable trip through the heart of the Rockies for an afternoon of adventure, relaxation, and sightseeing. Our scenic train rides are a perfect place to bring families closer together while immersing them in the natural beauty and rich history of this picturesque region. Enjoy the spectacular Colorado scenery. Even meet the engineer. Make memories that will last a lifetime. Tickets available at LeadvilleRailroad.com.
Hey, it's your boy, Nephew Tommy, your host for an all-new season of Black College Quiz, where the nation's best and brightest display their knowledge of Black history and culture while competing for prizes and scholarships. So get ready to see HBCU Nation take the academic field. Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Yeah, man.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake.
I'm Clinton Griffiths, the host of Ag Day. Get the latest news about crops, livestock, and rural living weekdays. Follow the food you eat from the field to the store to your table every day.
Good morning, Vail.
Avisha is always out and about in the community and finding all of the fun and beautiful things to do here. Let's take a look at the latest and greatest Vail vibes.
Come on!
Hi friends, welcome to Vail Vibes. Avisha Scarborough here, and today we're coming to you from Nottingham Park in Avon, and I'm about to take you for a ride on the wild side. Wild Side e-bikes. They get you to where you need to go fast. I got to explore Avon and Vail by bike in a way that was not above my endurance abilities. And even though my bike had a motor and throttle, I still got to work out while doing it, thanks to being able to lower the assistance levels. Wildside owner Paul Healds says you could always get plenty of exercise depending on which of the 5 power levels you choose.
You can use one of our bikes and use it in the lowest power mode and do more of a workout. You can turn the power off completely and you'll have plenty of exercise. Alternatively, you can turn it up to number 5 and just kick back and cruise from A to B.
Paul has owned a successful ski luggage company for years, but it was some unfortunate bike rides in high humidity that inspired him to get into e-bikes.
Using a bike as a commuter vehicle, a mode of transportation, which I was doing, and I was riding what I call a regular old ice cream bike. Had to pedal it all over the place. I would be getting hot and sweaty. My shirts would be pitted out within about 5 minutes of riding. And my wife looked at me when I was grumbling one day and she says, well, get an e-bike. And I said, not a bad idea, but I don't want a run-of-the-mill e-bike. I want something cool.
So he designed a bike drawing inspiration from the motorcycles of the 1950s, which seemed to epitomize cool. Once he was happy with the design,
this is the battery.
He decided to build it into a brand, and that's how Wildside came to be. Here he is showing us one of his most popular bikes, the Paris, which is designed to look more like a classic cruiser than a motorcycle. Paul says one of the best parts about Wildside's bikes are the accessories. From the helmets to baskets, these accessories are a stylish addition. Paul says some people aren't ready to embrace e-bikes, but he suggests they change their perspective a little.
Well, I think anybody riding an e-bike, the first thing somebody says to them that's on what we call an analog bike now, a regular bike, is cheater. You know, people shout cheater. That's really not what electric bikes are about. The question to me is, well, Who are they cheating? Who are they trying to beat? Our bikes are, as I like to say, a mode of transportation. They get people from A to B, and you can have fun while you're doing it.
Wildside's company motto is dedicated to reawakening the spirit of your inner child. And this artwork behind him is a reminder of that.
That's our inner child. That's one of the things that we found with Wildside, was when you get on this bike, however young or however old you are, however experienced or inexperienced you are at riding a bike, there's something about jumping on a Wildside electric bike that puts a smile on your face, and all of a sudden you have fun. And all of a sudden it takes you back to your youth, when you had the bicycle, and all of a sudden you had your independence, and you could leave mum and dad alone. You could go off to the park, you could go play with your friends, you know.
I know my inner child was happy this day. And if you want to take a test drive on the Wildside, you can visit the Wildside Bike Showroom in Avon. For TV8 in Vail, I'm Avisha Scarborough.
So many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. You're home in the Rockies.